do love your mother, but she's more like a pet to me.
Hey everybody, Brimstone here, and I just came across an article from Total Film that James Gunn just openly said that he completely changed some core Superman canon to fit his vision of what it should be. Now, there are some things in comic books that are foundational. Peter Parker getting bitten by a spider to become Spider-Man. Kal-El from Krypton arriving on Earth from a doomed planet, saved by his scientist father, who was apparently trying to save Krypton but failed because no one would listen to him. What else do we got here? The X-Men are mutants. That's just how it is. There are certain foundational things in comic books that help build up everything that is to come. These foundations are foundations for regional. They can't change. They shouldn't change and never should be changed. But James Gunn, in his infinite freaking wisdom, thought it would be a good idea to change Jor-El into Thrag or Omni-Man from Invincible, basically sending Kal-El to Earth to conquer and have a harem of women to spread that Kryptonian DNA. And I'm sitting here and I read this article and I was completely and utterly shocked. It's like he was wanted to do Superman, but he really wanted to do Invincible. And this more and more proves it. James Gunn is an arrogant ass who thinks he knows better than the people who originally wrote Superman. And instead of enhancing it and making it better and building on the foundation, he decides to tear it down because it's not what he wants. This is right up there with freaking Amazon doing their thing with Rings of Power. I mean, seriously. Tolkien wrote a world that they could never create. And they have to destroy it. They have to dissect it. They have to do this because this is problematic. They have to do this. Well, you know what? It's not your thing that you created will never be the same as his. And you need to learn this. So Gunn says that the controversial lore change was because he had to allow himself to make changes that might work and be interesting in the DCU. Well, your movie's not doing so well in the box office there, Gunny boy. So you need to learn that maybe you didn't do the right thing. Unfortunately, in Hollywood, you just fail upwards. So he is repeatedly going to keep making movies and tearing apart one of the last true vestiges of heroism in comic books, Superman. Superman is a pretty faithful adaptation of Big Blue, and one of the major exceptions is that Clark Kent's biological father, Jor-El, is revealed to have a sinister agenda for planet Earth. That's right. I have not seen the movie, but apparently his exact words were, "You are more powerful than them, conquer them, and you will spread your seed and have a harem." And I'm sitting there like, holy shit. And it's voiced by Bradley Cooper, nonetheless. So this is just absolutely blew my... Everybody was like, oh, no, it's not this, it's not that. Mr. Terrific, it's just a Lexi thing, because he uses this information to defame Superman on social media to try to get leverage on him and destroy Superman, because that's what Lex wants to do. Well, that's all good and fine. That's actually something very much Lex would do. But how Gunn went about it is completely a shitbird. Like, seriously, the guy was reading the Invincible comics and just injected all that Viltrumite DNA that overwrote Superman, because that's what Viltrumite DNA does. So they did all of this, and they revealed midway through the movie, after Lex Luthor gets his hand on a holographic message from Jor-El and Lara-El that accompanied Clark to Earth. It turns out that Jor-El's son sent to subjugate the planet and its people, unbeknownst to Clark himself. Usually Jor-El's mission is the complete opposite. Jor-El's mission is the complete opposite. Jor-El was a man of peace. He was a scientist. He wanted to help and save people, but the people of Krypton won't let him. Apparently now, according to this, Jor-El should have worked with Zod the whole time. Lord have knows James Gunn's in charge of all this shit. A huge Superman film. I'm a huge Superman fan. Clearly not if you had to change something boilerplate like that. So first of all, I had to trust myself and that I was going to honor the pieces of Superman that we needed to keep the same. That's why they're foundational. You don't need to change them, you fucking retard. Gunn explains that in IGM, I also allowed myself to make changes where changes might work and wouldn't go against the integrity of the character. Really? Doesn't go against the integrity of his father when his father's basically saying conquer Earth and breed with Earth women? And so I think that was, and simply dealing with allowing ourselves to change part of the story in what was interesting for the DCU and what wasn't. Who fucking cares about your vision? You have you have like 100 years worth of comics to pull from. Pull one of those stories, drop it on the big screen. But you can't, because you have to do it your way and have your vision. Well, you know what? You're contributing to the destruction of these IPs. No one's buying comics. Superhero comics are dying, and you just continue to put nails in the coffin with your shit writing. I also think that it was simply dealing with allowing ourselves to change part of the story in what way would be interesting for the DCU. Who fucking cares about your extended universe? Seriously, it's gone through 3 reboots in 20 years. The DCU, interesting DCU, but it wasn't something that went against Superman was. This was something that have been played in comics before. Yeah, and how well do those comics go over, chucklehead? In the movie, Jor-El is played by Guardians of the Galaxy star Bradley Cooper. Kilter Bradley Cooper. Guy's a fantastic actor. In one of the most surprised Easter egg cameos ever. Doesn't surprise me that much if you follow the movie media. Gunn also explained why Cooper was the right choice for the role. I loved Brando as Jor-El. Russell Crowe as Jor-El was absolutely fantastic. He was the best part of Man of Steel, next to Cavill's Superman. I need somebody to play. Oh, by the way, and if you think I'm a Snyder bro, I'm not a fan of any of those movies. I'm just a fan of the casting of characters for the most part. It's the fact that Superman snapped Zod's neck, I didn't like. Batman v Superman, Save Martha. Seriously? Yeah, no, I completely checked out on those. I need somebody who could play Jor-El, who had the stature he was imagining the character be. So basically, you need a smirking guy who just, was a smartass and just kind of a general jackass. Yeah, and even if they retcon this in the future, it doesn't matter. We don't know, other than Millie Alcott's Supergirl movie coming out is going to be just that, if it's going to be any good. We don't know what's going to be beyond that. So he had this movie to do it right, and he's already fucking up. Somebody who could walk in the footsteps of Marlon Brando. First of all, no one can walk in the footsteps of Brando. Brando was one of the greats. He was fantastic, and he did his craft with love and care. And at the end, yeah, he got a little arrogant, but you know what? Had the career he had, then you can talk differently. Superman is now in theaters for movies. So yeah, basically Gunn thinks he knows better than the boilerplate and the creators of Superman and the creators of Jor-El, that he was a warmonger and conqueror that just wanted to send his son to Earth to whore around and conquer it. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Got a little heated in this one, and rightfully so, because I am reaching my breaking point with these people taking these freaking IPs that we love, changing the basic facts about them to suit either modern day or their vision or whatever, and I'm sick of it, and I'm going to keep speaking out against it because I'm really tired of this shit. So if you want some actually good comic books, go read Invincible. Battle Beast is out right now. Absolutely fantastic run. It's got a little bit of manga splash in it. Robert Kirkman and Robin Otley do a fantastic job with the writing and the artwork, and there is the full Invincible run if you really want to see where James Gunn pulled his ideas for this harem on Earth thing. It's such the most Viltrumite thing I've ever freaking heard. So yeah, like, sub, share this out there. Follow me on X for some unbelievably spicy takes where I actually am not restrained by the restraints of YouTube. And I will catch you all later. Have a great night.